Today, we are privileged to award an honorary degree to an individual whose values and accomplishments exemplify Temple's highest ideals. An honorary degree is the highest tribute Temple bestows, and it is with great pleasure, especially for me, that the Board of Trustees and the entire Temple community present an honorary degree to Dr. Madeleine Joullié. Madeleine Joullié is the class of 1970 term chair professor of chemistry at the University of Pennsylvania. Born in Paris, France, she came to the United States from Brazil to earn a bachelor degree in chemistry from Simmons College in Boston. She went on to the University of Pennsylvania, earning her PhD in 1953. Dr. Joullié then joined the faculty at Penn, where she was one of the first female chemists to earn tenure at an Ivy League school. Her research interests are in the area of heterocyclic, medicinal, and natural products chemistry. Dr. Joullié has earned a number of prestigious awards, including the 1915 John Scott Award of the City of Philadelphia, which is the oldest science award in the United States. And in 2016, she earned the George Washington Carver Award. Madeleine currently serves as a loyal member of the College of Science and Technology Board of Visitors. Most importantly, Madeleine's passion for chemistry and for supporting women in science, and also her students. Please join me in welcoming Madeleine Joullié. Trustee member Paul Casillo. Paul is also a graduate of the College of Science and Technology.
Thank you, Dean Klein. By the authority vested in me, on behalf of the Temple University Board of Trustees, I confer upon Madeleine Joullié the degree of Doctor of Sciences, honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Joullié.
See, is that okay?
Yeah.
You can take that.
All right.
You can take the mask.
Well, good idea. Good morning. Thank you, Dean Klein, and special thanks to all the students, parents, teachers, and staff who made this event possible. I'm especially honored and flattered to address this body of graduates that has been faced with unprecedented challenge during their education. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Amazingly, 2020 graduates, the world has changed dramatically since the beginning of your academic journey. As a result of the challenges you have already overcome in your life, you are well prepared for what is still to come. I think it's time to move forward. Consider yourselves privileged because you, the 2020 graduates, are well prepared to change the world. The opportunities the future holds are many. you will be able to change society to become a kinder, more inclusive society. You will be able to show the world that unity is the answer to problems. You will be able to show that teamwork can provide solutions to the most difficult problems. And this year is also a year to remember, because you should be aware of it, that we have shown the world that democracy has survived and is alive and well. So remember the year is important. And you have now the power to fight for a healthier society. Each person's goals are different. Your career path may change as your interests and skill change and evolve. But don't be afraid of the future. Do not worry about what may have been lost due to the virus, because we responded to it well. We now have the opportunity to change the world. And importantly, the choices we make now are our responsibility. So we cannot predict the future, but be aware that life has a way of making surprising changes. And as an example of this, I will end my address with a very personal story. As Dean Klein mentioned, I was born in Paris, France, and I grew up in Brazil many, many years ago before. And as a little girl, I did a lot of reading. We didn't have TV in those days. So I I came across the life of Benjamin Franklin. And it totally inspired me, because he was a scientist, and he was involved in the birth of a new country. He was a supporter of freedom of speech, and he had a challenging early life, but he overcame it very well. So he was definitely my hero as I grew up, naive as I was there. But important thing is, at that time, I never even thought that I would leave Brazil to go to America, and much less that I would spend many, many years of my life at the university founded my early hero, Benjamin Franklin. So this is an example of how you don't know what life holds for you. But the way is, life takes care of you in unpredictable ways, and you should trust it and also trust yourself. So, to quote Émile Coué, a French psychologist, you should say this. It says, according to him, day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. I think it's a healthy quotation to remember every day, probably when you get up. So, to conclude, do not be afraid of change. And again, to quote Ben Franklin, that's a good quotation. when you finish changing, okay? When you finish changing, you are finished. So change is important, it's part of our life. And I think that I would advise you, challenge yourself and you will reach new heights. So congratulations and all the best for all of you. And thank you.